is very, very nice. Since we're in a sport mode, 420 horsepower, little launch, uphill. Oh, nope, we're in park. I am actually slow. I don't know what today is happening to me, but today I'm actually kind of slow, but anyway. That's luxury, and with a sound system from Alpine that sounds heavenly. (2023) Jeep Wagoneer Series 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves the biggest Jeep money can buy legally. I don't know if there's any other illegal Jeeps out there that are bigger than this, but this is the biggest borderline 7-seater that I could find. But some quick specs about this one. It's going to be powered by a 3-liter inline 6, pushing around 420 horsepower and 468 pound-feet of torque to all 4 wheels. I am like basing that this one is kind of rear-wheel drive biased, but it does have an 8-speed automatic transmission, and this is what our key looks like. Very, very nice. And yes, it is a turbocharged inline 6. No way it's going to be putting 420 horsepower naturally aspirated. This one is turbocharged. So quick rev check. (4,000 RPM soft limiter, but you get what you can take. Look at the size of this thing. This thing is humongous. Some people probably don't need something this big, but it is cool to see how Jeep has added something this big to their repertoire. And I'm actually liking it. Forgive me, we're like right beside a scrapyard, so there's a lot of background noise going on, but I'm pretty sure you guys can still hear me well enough. Look at the size of this thing. And I really appreciate them actually putting like a guardrail so we can actually step on it and actually get into it. But hopping inside, we have a little backup camera. It's very simple and very nice. Tons of trunk space, which can even be much bigger if... Grab this. Okay, I can't figure it out just now, but I'll figure it out eventually how to fold these seats. But yes, you can fold the seats for even more space, and your button is over here hidden away. Perforated leather all around, and your cup holders as well. Move this forward, you get even more space that you can actually fit a full-grown adult back here, which is actually impressive, with some USB-C ports as well. So yeah, if you're sitting back here, you're not gonna be squished or uncomfortable. No way, shape, or form. And you also have your ventilation and all that fun stuff with some more USB-C chargers and a plug in case you have one. Stepping onto the rail. We don't have a sunroof, unfortunately, but you really don't need one. You have wireless charging down here. You have your sport mode selector and your Prindle. Your auto on and off. Your tall and haul. We have a fully digital gauge cluster and a good, I want to say, 8 inches of screen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and yes, it's pretty responsive and it's pretty quick too. We also have our ventilated seats, and we're gonna put this thing into sport mode. Yes, the ventilated seats actually blow cold air onto you, which is very, very nice. Since we're in a sport mode, 420 horsepower, little launch, uphill. Oh, nope, we're in park. I am actually slow. I don't know what today is happening to me, but today I'm actually kind of slow, but anyway. The thing is, a car this big should not be able to move and accelerate this smoothly and this elegantly. I actually got kind of dizzy by the way it just took off, but the power delivery is so smooth and so gentle on you that you don't feel like you're gonna lose traction at all. And we're in sport mode right now. We just took off decently quick. we are actually a moving tank that happens to be fast at the same time, which is really, really neat. Again, let's talk about the comfort of these seats. The suspension and how it just floats over everything. Like, I could be going as fast as possible and I'm just gonna be gliding, essentially. That's basically what I'm doing right now. And yes, we do have adaptive cruise control, which I actually do trust this one quite a bit, because in some cars the cruise control is finicky where it takes a little bit longer than what you're comfortable with to actually slow down. But this one being this big, they had to be perfect with that cruise control setting, because the car slows down a little bit too late. Just because of how heavy this thing is, you just slam straight into the next person in front of you. But just the ride quality. And the thing is, this thing doesn't make you feel like you're a bully. It makes you feel like you're an upstanding citizen who just needs the extra space. And let me just quickly show you how good this cruise control is. Okay, maybe not that good. Let's get, okay, so maybe it's not adaptive cruise control, but we do have crash assist by the looks of it. Yeah, it does have adaptive cruise control, so why did it not respond? Okay, we'll try it again. I didn't turn it on properly. That was on me. That's driver input failure. But our cruise control is ready. Let's just get up to like 40. And then boom. It's slowing down by itself again. See, this is what I'm used to. Just the smooth elegance, the way it slowly applies the brakes. And even though it is good, part of me is always just terrified when the car can't seem to figure out what exactly I want it to do. So we're gonna take it out of sport mode, put in the most basic setting again, and see if this cruise control really does do decently well. Again, maybe it's just me being slow and actually getting confused by something that is actually simple. But recommendation, don't leave your car in sport mode when you turn on cruise control, because the transmission is still trying to be as sporty as possible. And let's try this one more time. Get up to 55, that's good. And yes, we're slowing down. It's very simple now. And see, this is what I'm used to, the smooth ride quality and elegance. Took me a couple of tries to get used to it and actually figure it out, as you guys have seen. But it's not bad, and having it out of sport mode actually does help a lot, because back there the transmission downshifted, making the car lurch forward a little bit more. So this is the ideal setting. Keep your car out of sport mode. Make sure you turn on, make sure you press this button and this button as well to turn on your cruise control, and then you're just gliding. But other than that, you can, I see the kind of person driving this is a family man or a family woman. They have a couple of kids at home who have extracurricular activities. Maybe they play hockey, maybe they're into a few sports, and we need the extra space. So a car this big, this luxury, and with a sound system from Alpine that sounds heavenly, like, all of this just makes it even better to own, better to have. Just everything about this thing speaks elegance into existence. I feel like I'm gliding everywhere I go. This road doesn't bother me, even though it's very, very imperfect. And the thing, the place where this car shines will not be in the city or in like the suburbs where there's a lot of stop and go traffic. This thing shines on the highway. This thing is a long hauler. Take this and your family somewhere and you guys will just be good. Even though we're not in sport mode, this car is still peppy, it's still quick. The 8-speed is quick to react, and we're not gonna be like elevating this car's performance too much, because again, it is a gigantic 7-seater, one of the biggest ones I've ever driven, almost bigger than the Ford Expedition, especially in the back seat, the far back seat. It's definitely bigger. But the thing is, what the Expedition lacks is that this one is much smoother. The Expedition has the 10-speed going for it, This one has the smoothest suspension I've driven so far. It's like I can fall asleep while driving it, essentially. And I actually fall into a deep sleep, unless the car decides to wake me up from crashing and put in on my cruise control. This car is actually very comfortable. I'm just glad it doesn't have massaging seats, because that would be a killer. I would end up spending almost 60K on a car like this. But anyway guys, this has been Morty in the 2023 Jeep Wagoneer Series 2. Take care guys, and peace.